Hey everyone, Creeper here, and today this must be and should be the final video that I ever make about Gypsy Crusader. So the Nazi Joker finally decided to quit streaming. Now, something ironic I would point out is how the Joker actually hates Nazis. Like, he's all for all this messed up stuff, but he just hates Nazis. I just find that funny. Because, of course, Gypsy Crusader is a Nazi, so it's funny that the Joker hates Nazis, but he pretends to be the Joker because, oh, so funny. Haha. Now, let's just get into the clip that I have to show you guys today.
I am so done with this movement. I'm done with it all. I'm not doing it anymore. My girlfriend left me. My family is harassed every day. Now innocent people are getting hurt. They say that this other person is my girlfriend. Don't know who this is. Just now, my old landlord called me, just now, and said that somebody sent a bunch of pizzas to his house. This is fucking nuts, dude. It's insane. Like, I don't even live there. They're just hurting anybody who's random. And I don't even know how they found the address. I think law enforcement was involved. I really do. I think Griff Patrol and those people are law enforcement. That's the only thing I can think of. But I'm done. I'm done with this bullshit. If you guys want a patch, I still have plenty. I'll still sell them to you. But I'm done.
Of course, what happened with his family, it does suck. But, of course, when you decide to put yourself so blatantly onto the internet with your full name, it's bound to happen, especially when you're such a jerk to everyone. Of course, I find it hypocritical how he's talking about how these are innocent people when all he does for a living is harass people, harass random kids, harass anyone who doesn't look like him because he's a Nazi. So he's really petty, and honestly, I have no sympathy for him. I have sympathy for his loved ones because they raised someone like this on accident, I'm presuming. And I would be sad if my son ended up like this. I would, because I would be so mad that I failed like that. Something I also find ironic is how Gypsy Crusader fans act like him being doxxed is like the end of the world, while literally one tried to dox me. Like, literally. So, it's okay to dox others when they disagree with you, but if you are doxxed, it's not okay. No, really, what is true is that doxing is not okay. Unless the very rare case that, like, this person's, like, actually dangerous to, like, people, like, you know, like a terrorist, then doxing would be fine. Like, if it was, like, ISIS, you know, if it was an ISIS member, obviously, that would be fine. Of course, you can make the argument that Gypsy Crusader is a terrorist because he's been known to beat up peaceful protesters way before he was actually beat up. So I just find that kind of interesting. How so many people take his word, but then on my second channel, I showed some testimonies of people who knew him and said he was always bad. But we can't take their words because they disagree with us. So we could take Gypsy Crusader's words all the time, but as soon as it's someone who we disagree with, we can't take their words even though they have pictures and tweets proving it. Who cares? Gypsy Crusader would be up, so Nazi's good. Honestly, I think it's a good thing for Gypsy Crusader to be gone so he can't brainwash and hurt other people. Because he's harassed so many people. He's harassed children. How could you think that that's okay? Harassing people was just not okay. Like, the people harassing his family, that's not okay either. Harassment in general is just not okay. But I just find it so hypocritical how he cares about harassment when it happens to him, but he does harassment all the time. He doesn't care about others whatsoever. As long as they don't hurt him, he's fine with harassment. Honestly, I hope that with Gypsy Crusader taking a break from, you know, the internet, he will be able to grow as a person because I have a feeling that the internet has been, like, on his side. And that's just not a good thing, especially when he's such a bad person. So, without that influence in his life, maybe he could grow to be a better person. We can only hope, can't we? Because sometimes people don't grow no matter what, but we can only hope for the best for everyone, can't we? We have to see other humans and say, hey, maybe they could change. Maybe. It's not guaranteed, obviously, but we can only hope. We can hope that others can grow, and we could hope we can grow, because there's always room for improvement. And there's always room for us to understand each other, because Gypsy Crusader is human. Now, he's an awful human, but he still is. And when it comes to his fans, I just hope they can grow as people as well, because a lot of other commentary channels, I'm mad about this, that commentary channels have been defending Gypsy Crusader all the time. No one has, except for me, as far as I know, has actually said, no matter what he's doing is not okay. I have not heard that. People have been way too sympathetic. To an extent, you can say, oh, it sucks that happened to him, but people are basically just siding with him at this point. And that's just no good. Now, do I think that every person who made a video in defense of Gypsy Crusader is a bad person? Of course not. Sensitive Society did one. And he just really talked about his backstory, which, of course, now we know is kind of fabricated a bit, because we can't just trust Paul Miller's words. We can't. Especially when there's other testimonies saying how he's a bad person. Why do we accept his words but not theirs? It's obviously because people just want an excuse to believe that Gypsy Crusader is a good person, which, of course, it's going to be hard to find since he's not. But I think it's a good thing to get him off the internet, just because the Nazis are going to have a hard time trying to find a new leader. So that will take a bit for them to find one, so it gives everyone else time to just take a breath and enjoy the fact that Nazis are not here right now. Because let's be honest, having Nazis off the platform is pretty nice to have. Of course, these people are breaking the TOS, so it makes complete sense why they would be banned. Because, harassment gets you banned from websites. And constantly making fun of others will get you banned from websites. It's not, surprising that people like Gypsy Crusader get banned. It's honestly kind of expected. And the fact that people are still on his side is weird. Also, can I just say something weird? I saw this person who made a video where they were called the N-word by a Nazi. They just happened to be black, and it was dislike bombed. The black person posted it. He just said, this person's kind of jerky. And people were against him. What the heck is with that? Why are we so quick to say, oh, you mad at racism? You suck. You're racist? Oh, you're so funny, man. I love your content. Of course, it kind of feels like he's just leaving the internet for now because his girlfriend left him, not gonna lie. Okay, that's really it for now. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Creeper out.
Socialism is when the government does stuff. And it's more socialism the more stuff it does. And if it does a real lot of stuff, it's communism.